College is an excellent example of a graduate whose life reflects the QC motto, "We learn so that we may serve." His commitment to service has been very evident in his professional life and community engagement. Dr. Valentine served in New York State Department of Parole for 32 years and retired in 2012 as Assistant Director of Operations and Director of Strategic Planning. In these administrative positions, he was involved in all aspects of criminal justice, including juvenile justice and development of training, evaluation, and quality assurance system. Dr. Valentine utilizes leadership skills and administrative experiences in serving his community in many, many ways. I would like to welcome Dr. Valentine to the podium.
Good afternoon. I tell you, it's nice being back here at Queens College. I couldn't wait to get here. I haven't been here since 1977. That's been quite some time. But you know, when I saw my counselor jump up on the stage, Bill Modest, I said, "Wow!" You know, that really epitomizes the energy that the SEEK program has. You know, that shows you the kind of energy that's portrayed here. So, to my counselor, Bill Modest. And before I get started, you know, to all the graduating seniors here, can we give them all a round of applause? I'm just so excited. Okay, now, to the SEEK graduates, the president of Queens College, Chancellor, we've met a couple of times before, and we will get that track done at Rockland Community College for your son up there. We'll get that done. Faculty, parents, it's great to be back at Queens College. And to give the SEEK graduates, you know, it's just so happy to see you guys here this afternoon. I'm so very proud to be here. It's an honor to say a few words to the scholars of Queens College. I couldn't wait to get here to meet the graduates, shake hands, talk to them, see them eye to eye, and I've had that conversations on the line over there and talk to some of the students. It's just wonderful to be here. It's an honor to say a few words. I'm supportive and encouraged by the graduates here at the Queens College program. I see this afternoon. As a former graduate, I benefit greatly from the SEEK program. As a former graduate, like me, I struggled between the hope and fear, and the danger of fear was always stronger for me. But SEEK taught me to have the courage to believe in myself. I know success is not measured by position. You don't impact people by titles, but by the obstacles in which you have overcome. Each of you has a story to tell, and I've heard some of your stories here this evening. Those of you who juggled families in school, parenting in school, work in school, health in school, paying rent, tuition bills, life in school. You juggled all those, and you're here today to say how successful you are. You have won those personal battles. You stand here today battle-tested by Queens College. The SEEK staff believed in you, and you won the battle in graduating, and now you must have the courage to believe in yourself. As you take on the world in the fields of education, human rights, climate concerns, affordable housing, energy, law, government, business, universal health care, immigration, you will now be the leaders in those areas. I was last on this campus, I said, fellowshipping with the SEEK students. I can remember being here as a freshman with my afro. I had hair back then. Wearing my Playboys because, you know, I grew up in Harlem, so that's what we wore back in those days. So I remember walking around campus there. So I decided to walk around the campus that have not been here for a while, and I see the campus has changed quite a bit since I've been here. It's gotten bigger, better, and smarter. And I thought about the students graduating here today. Bigger. You have the world views. You have a substantive understanding of what the world is like. You're better because we used the 3 R's in my days: reading, writing, and arithmetic. I still couldn't figure out what the 2 R's were because it was W and A, it's not R. So that's what they told us, the 3 R's. But UC scholars have the 3 C's. You have collaboration. You know how to work with one another. You know, you have creativity. You understand the vastness of what you do. And you have critical thinking. And the smarter you are, because you use technology. You have everything up in those smartphones that we didn't have in 1977. You have all that at your fingertips. The Seek graduates today have the brilliant of mind and the good of heart, a very strong combination. And each of you have impact on changing the world and win the future. That's why we depend on you. You have the kind of character needed to handle adversity, because the world is not fair, and you should not expect it to be. But you can handle it with the continue and build your character. Mistakes will teach you how to be stronger and better. Remember, excuses do not equal solutions. We are counting on you, the class of 29, because the graduates of 29 have demanded, and the future has emphasized it, the need for a new generation of leaders right here in this room. You see, solutions in the 21st century are found in the 21st century. They're not found by methods in the 18th century and the 19th century. We're not going back to the Walkmans, the 8-tracks, the moonwalk. You know, I was talking to my granddaughter about a VCR. I said, "What is that, Grandpa? What's a VCR?" So we're not going back to those days. We're in the 21st century, and you have the solutions to move us forward in the 21st century. We cannot predict where we're going with you to see graduates leading the way. But I know with you, there is hope, because you are the model of expectation. In my time, the civil rights movement, it was a youth movement. Had great momentum, great moments of earth surge and mass protests right here at Queens College, followed by periods of relative calm where it was not clear if the movement had any more momentum. Education must not simply teach work, it must teach life. That's what W.B. Du Bois said. And this SEEK program teaches life. It taught my graduating class life and empowered us. I know you're tired of advice. You've heard it from the teachers and everyone else. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit more advice. First, don't ever forget whence you came. Go back to your high schools, come back here to the SEEK program, to your community, to the young people. Let them see your success. Let them hear your story, how you got here. Let them understand what it would take for you to get here today. You had a debt to pay. You have a debt to pay. And that debt's a pay to move forward by looking for you to pay your debt to the young people coming behind you, who will be standing on your shoulders. Continue to pursue excellence in every instance. Say no to mediocrity. Don't be 15 minutes, don't be on time. Be 15 minutes early, be 30 minutes early. Because most of the networking you do will take place before the event ever starts. When you get to that event, when you get there on time and the event started, most of your political folks and folks will be leaving early because, as the president says, he has 5 other events to go to. They have 5 other events to go to. So if you're not there early, you're going to miss them. You get there 15 minutes early, 30 minutes early, have those business cards ready.
Yes.
Have those business cards ready, all right, and have that conversation with them. That's what you do when you're there early. Say no to foot dragging. Do it right, or don't do it at all. Be excellent. And remember, excellence is not perfection. No one's perfect, but excellence means it's the pursuit of perfection. Excellence is a habit, not an act. You have your first draft, your second draft, your third draft before you get the draft that you want. It'll still not be right, but you're going towards perfection. It's how you do. Excellence is a habit, not an act. It's how you do everything SEEK has taught you to do. It's everything your parents have prayed for you to do. Last, let me just say that racism, sexism, discrimination is real. It is real. But do not let it break your spirit. Frederick Douglass didn't let it break his spirit. Harriet Tubman didn't let it break her spirit. When she carried members of her family through the woods time and time again. Thurgood Marshall in 1954 didn't let it break his spirit when he said that education was unconstitutional. Cesar Chavez didn't let it break his spirit when he been on that march. Booker T. Washington, W. Boyce, remember, didn't break their spirits. Remember that Rosa Parks sat so Martin Luther King could march, so Barack could run, so that you here at SEEK could soar. You're here to change the world with young ideas, with one America, with no walls, but bridges. Making our community better with your social currency. Keep SEEK in your hearts. Come back, let SEEK know what you've done and what you've accomplished. That's so very, very important. I thank you for having me here, and thank you for taking the time to hear what I have to say. SEEK is a wonderful program. It taught me a lot. I'm here today because of SEEK and my counselor. I'm here today because it taught me how to persevere through all the difficulties that the world has to offer. But I'm confident in you. When I hear the stories here today, the accomplishments, it just overwhelms me with your success. And whenever you need something, the SEEK alumni, me, do not feel bad. Reach out to me and say, Grant, what do you think I should do? How do you think I should go? What do you think I need to do? I'm here for you. You stand on my shoulders, but remember, the young people stand on your shoulders. Don't ever forget that. Thank you for having me. Thank you.